Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to our channel. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Lani.
And we are Creative Real Estate Route. On today's episode, our very first episode, we'll be talking about due diligence, specifically as it relates to purchasing vacant land.
So what is due diligence?
I'm glad you asked, Lani. Due diligence is basically doing your research prior to purchasing land.
The due diligence process includes evaluating all of the different permits that you would need in order to build your project, figuring out what utilities you need and how those utilities would tie into your lot. For example, if I need water, then the first thing that I would want to do is figure out who services the water in that area. Do I need to drill a well, or is there a public line that I can tie into that's nearby my lot?
Other things that you should include when you're doing your due diligence on property is the zoning. If your intent is to build a retail store, then it's probably not a good choice if you buy a piece of land that's zoned for residential use.
You also want to make sure that your property is accessible. For example, if the land that you're looking at is located in a more rural area, it may not be located directly off of the paved road. There might be a property in front of yours that does have direct access to that road, but you would need to travel through their lot in order to gain access to your property. So what you want to do is ensure that the landowner that you're buying that property from already has an access easement, or else you would have to go through the process of gaining that access easement. This might sound like common sense, but we've actually run into an issue with this before on a piece of property that we made an offer on. We ended up pulling out of that deal, but we can tell you guys more about that later.
So in regards to our container house that we're looking to build in Joshua Tree, the first step for us will be to gather a list of properties. Second, make sure that they're in our budget. And third, make sure that we get out to the site to make sure we know what's going on. First off, we want to look for any Joshua trees that are located on the lot. Joshua trees are state and federally protected and require special permits to relocate, and you cannot build within 40 feet of one.
Second, we want to see if there are any meter boxes or utility structures, as that might indicate that some utilities are already available on the property.
Third, we want to check if the property is accessible and that it's not too far away from a paved road.
And fourth, we want to check if the lot is fairly flat or if grading will be necessary. After we've figured out these items, then we'll have a good handle on each of these properties, which of them we prefer, and proceeding on making an offer. That's the gist of this episode. We kind of just scratched the surface on due diligence, and we'll explain in further detail in our next videos. I think